Hello students, welcome to Satya's Mathematics. In the video, we will talk about chapter 2 complex numbers, exercise 2.4. First sum, write the following in the rectangular form. So here first subdivision is 5 plus 9i is one complex number plus 2 minus 4i is another complex number. The two complex number addition the whole bar kuduthirukanga. This symbol is nothing but bar. Consider z is equal to x plus iy. The conjugate is given by changing the sign of imaginary part alone. So that we know already, x plus iy means the conjugate is x minus iy and the conjugate is denoted by z bar. So the conjugate of any complex number will be denoted by bar on the top. And addition of two complex numbers with the bar is nothing but z1 plus z2 the whole bar is equal to z1 bar plus z2 bar. So இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா ரெண்டு காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் நம்பர் அடிஷன்ல இருக்கு. அதுக்கு நம்ம பார் எடுக்கும்போது bar will separates to each term z1 bar plus z2 bar. So இந்த same property தான் நம்ம வந்து subtraction க்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம், multiplication க்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம், division க்கு யூஸ் பண்றோம். Okay. Now in the given sum 5 plus 9i is one complex number. So இது z1 ஆவும் 2 minus 4i is another complex number. இது z2 ஆவும் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்னா this is in the form of z1 plus z2 the whole bar. So இதை நம்ம எப்படி எழுதலாம்? z1 bar plus z2 bar. So in the property use பண்ணி you can split the bar to each terms. This is 5 plus 9i whole bar plus 2 minus 4i whole bar. Now bar is nothing but the conjugate. So 5 plus 9i க்கு conjugate எடுத்தா என்ன வரும்? 5 minus 9i. Conjugate is nothing but changing the sign of imaginary part alone. So இங்க imaginary part is 9i. 2 minus 4i. The conjugate of 2 minus 4i is 2 plus 4i. Now adding real part separately and imaginary part separately. 5 plus 2 is 7. Minus 9i plus 4i is minus 5i. This is the answer. And this is nothing but the standard form. Standard form only we are calling as a rectangular form. Second subdivision 10 minus 5i divided by 6 plus 2i. இதை வந்து standard form or rectangular formல எழுத சொல்லிருக்காங்க. So standard form or rectangular formனாலே denominator should not be the complex number. So denominator complex numberல இருந்தாலே we should multiply and divide by the conjugate of the complex number. So let us multiply and divide by the conjugate of denominator. The denominator is 6 plus 2i. The conjugate is 6 minus 2i. So multiply and divide by 6 minus 2i. So multiply term by term. By multiplying by 10, 10 into 6 is 60. 10 into minus 2i is minus 20i. And minus 5i into 6 is minus 30i. And minus into minus plus 5i into 2i is 10i square. And the denominator is in the form of x plus iy into x minus iy. Whenever a complex number and its conjugate is in multiplication, x plus iy into x minus iy, we know the formula for a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b is nothing but a square minus b square. By using this formula, x plus iy into x minus iy, we can write it as x square minus I square y square. So I square is minus 1. So replace I square by minus 1. So x square into minus 1 into minus is plus y square. So always we should remember that the product of x plus iy into x minus iy is x square plus y square. So complex number x plus iy into x minus iy வந்தாலே I நம்ம மறந்துடலாம், x square plus y square மாதிரி ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கலாம். So x is nothing but real part, y is nothing but imaginary part. So here x is 6 and y is 2. So x square plus y square means 6 square plus 2 square. And here it is 60 minus 20i minus 30i is minus 50i. Replace I square by minus 1. So here if you replace I square by minus 1, 10 into minus 1 is minus 10 divided by 36 plus 4. So 60 minus 10 is 50 minus 50i and denominator is 14. So from the numerator we can take 50 outside. So 50 into 1 minus I and denominator by 40. So 0 and 0 gets cancelled. So the rectangular form is 5 by 4 into 1 minus I. Now third subdivision is 3i bar is nothing but the conjugate of 3i. So conjugate is nothing but changing the sign of imaginary part. So in imaginary part the irukku plus 3i becomes minus 3i. So 3i bar plus 1 by 2 minus I, we can write it as 3i bar is nothing but minus 3i plus 1 by 2 minus I. 2 minus I we should multiply and divide by the conjugate, that is conjugate of 2 minus I is 2 plus I. So multiply and divide by 2 plus I. So minus 3i plus 1 into 2 plus I is 2 plus I and denominator is in the form of x plus iy into x minus iy. Whenever we get x plus iy into x minus iy, the product is given by x square plus y square. So here x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So x square plus y square is 2 square plus 1 square, that is 4 plus 1. So minus 3i plus 2 plus I divided by 5. But இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா denominatorல 5 மட்டும்தான் இருக்கு. So cross multiply பண்ணி we can take the LCM or இங்க multiply by 5 and divide by 5 பண்ணாலும் we can take the LCM. So cross multiply பண்ணிக்கலாம். Minus 3i into 5 is minus 15i plus 2 plus I divided by 5. Minus 15i plus I is nothing but minus 14i plus 2 divided by 5. Writing the real part at first, then the imaginary part. This we can split and write it as 2 by 5 minus 14i by 5. Now this is in the rectangular form.